This is a really great time. I'm also doing this myself. This is like the new year for me, and I've been really spending a lot of time in January and February kind of planning, especially towards, the end of February here. I've been doing a lot of planning on what it is that I want my goals to be for the rest of the year and what it is that I need to do to implement them, right? And so we want to break it down into bite-sized pieces. We don't want to just charge, full head in. But we do want to look at things, like what's your sleep like? What's your nutrition like? What is your fitness like? What's your finances like? What is your goals for personal development and growth? Maybe it's spirituality, maybe it's career, maybe it's a business, maybe it's your creativity, right? So I also like to come up with a word as the theme for your year, or maybe it's a phrase or a couple of words, but just to kind of signify what the theme for the year is, because it seems like every year is always different, right? And this just keeps us on track. We do want to, have goals for every area, but sometimes there's one particular area that maybe needs a little bit more attention, or maybe we want to, succeed in a little bit more. Could be a few different areas, right? But kind of like the theme, for the year is something good to, come up with, and then break down all your different goals, different areas, and what would you need to do, to get to that goal at the end of the year, breaking it down into every month. And then what do you need to do to break down that month into every week? And then for that week, what would you need to do every day? And we want to slowly implement this, right? So March is a really great time to just, start to get the traction going, right? Start to implement all of these things for your goals. Don't dive head first in, right? We don't want to do that. But if you can, I'm just thinking of, people that do like the belly flop when they jump off into the pool, right? So we want to make sure that we're doing this slow and steady, because as you know, slow and steady wins the race, right? We don't want to rush into things. So what do you need to start implementing, right? So let's say if you're dealing with health, maybe you want to start looking at, your sleep routine, right? Maybe you need to get up earlier. If you've heard of like the 5 a.m. club and things like that, maybe you want to get up earlier. Maybe you want to take advantage of as much of the, daylight as possible. Maybe, you have family and children and things like me, so you want to get up earlier so you get a lot more done before everybody else gets up. There's something really